Hello everybody and welcome to my new YouTube channel, NKGP. In this video we will be reviewing the newly updated G-Force T42 Fat Tire Electric Folding Bike. This is not a sponsored video and this is my first e-bike review video. I bought this bike with my own money. I've ridden the T42 for just over 110 miles since I got it a week ago and have come up with a solid understanding of the bike itself in terms of pros and cons from the perspective of a brand new e-bike rider. Before we get into the actual road tests, I'd like to cover the specs and general setup that was required to ride the T42. I ordered the bike directly from the G-Force website, which as far as I'm aware is the only place to order it from. I spent tens of hours researching different kinds of brands of e-bikes as well as different kinds, but ultimately I landed on the G-Force T42 as being the best bang for your buck fat tire e-bike out there. I have no previous experience riding an e-bike, so my review may be biased due to lack of comparison, but regardless, this bike is very fun to ride. As far as the specs, the T42 is equipped with a 750 watt gear hub motor with an impressive max motor torque of 80 Newton meters. While it seems a lot of e-bike companies love to exaggerate numbers and underdeliver on performance, this bike will get you to the max speed in a very short amount of time, leading me to believe the listed specs. The T42 battery comes in 3 different amp hour options, including the 11.2, 16, and 20 amp hours, with 48 volts for each listed amp hour. The payload capacity is 330 pounds, though I'm only 5'7 and 155, carrying about 15 to 20 pounds of cargo, so I can't really confirm. The gear system included is a Shimano 7-speed shift, though I'm never on a lower gear than 7 with the 16 amp hour battery. I've gotten up to 18 miles of range with roughly 50% battery life left without the headlight or backlight on, while I've gotten up to 15 miles of range on 50% battery, assuming the headlight and taillight are turned on. As for setup time, with very little tool experience and no experience assembling bikes in the past, it took me about 1 hour. The majority of the bike comes pre-assembled while you have to install the handlebar, front fender, wheel, and headlight, while also installing the seat post. A major positive of G-Force that should be pointed out is that all tools needed to build the e-bike are provided in the shipment box. The tires are 20 inches by 4 inch fat tires, and as of recording, the recommended PSI on both tires is 30. I will list all of the accessories I purchased for my bike in the past week in the description, suited towards those looking for an e-bike that acts as a commuter bike. Lastly, before the road test, I want to point out my pros and cons of this e-bike. My pros far outweigh my cons, all of which are minor problems that really don't bother me. As far as pros go, the first one is that it is a very torquey bike with lots of power to get you up to speeds in the city or in the country. Off the line, I'd say this bike is very fast compared to other e-bikes, at least from what I've seen on reviews online, and overall I'm just very happy with how fast it gets up to max speed. I don't have an exact time, but I'd say between 10 to 15 seconds, assuming flat road. Another pro is that it has customizable software to fit each biker's needs. There are different speed levels, different pedal assist levels. You can program the pedal assist levels to what you want. So if you prefer a slower ride, it is perfect for you. But if you do prefer to get up to speeds, assuming you're a commuter, you do have the option to make the bike a little bit faster in terms of that. Another pro is that the battery is IP65 waterproof, and the bike battery itself sits inside of the frame, minimizing potential electrical and software hazards. Having the battery inside the frame is not only a clean look for the bike itself, but it also prevents any possible water damage or other things that could happen if the bike battery was exposed to the conditions. Another pro is that the fenders, a great bike rack, a headlight, and taillight all come with the price of the T42. And lastly, my other pro is that the bike does come with hydraulic brakes, which is pretty effective in reducing noise and squeaking if you do have to brake hard. And overall, it just provides a smoother braking experience. Finally, another one that I forgot is the front suspension system. And the bike does get up to 30 miles per hour. Even at 30 miles per hour, the front suspension is very effective and kind of takes the load out of bumps and things such as that. As for the cons on the T42, there are a few that I can think of. One is the weight. In comparison to other e-bikes, even other fat tire e-bikes, the bike is heavy. While I haven't taken the time to weigh the bike with or without a battery, online forums claims it weighs between 100 and 120 pounds if all the optional parts are installed, with a decent bike lock or the average commuter backpack load. Probably the most annoying experience I've had with my G-Force bike is the chain falling off of the gear. While this doesn't hinder performance 99% of the time as a commuter, it sucks having to get bike grease on your hands if you want to fix it after each ride. The pro to this con is that the chain falling off doesn't hinder pedal assist response, so it really is a minor issue that you won't notice until you get to your destination. The last con that I can think of is noise. While I think every e-bike that goes as fast as the T42 goes would be loud, with no comparison to other e-bikes and a biased opinion from a lifelong car driver, it's pretty loud. This isn't a big deal if you have a pair of electronic earbuds or noise-canceling headphones or earplugs to drown out the noise. It really isn't even an issue if you're traveling under 25 miles per hour, but above that, the motor hum and fat tire noise gets quite loud. If you guys enjoyed this video and thought it was good, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more future e-bike updates. If you have any questions or have any concerns, comments, anything like that, please leave them below and I'll respond as quick as I can. Thank you for watching and have a great day.